What is going on, my good people of the internet, Leaper Kim Larrys, Bagodi boys, and everything in between? It's great to see you all again. I appreciate you guys tuning into my last couple of videos. Been posting some of that Washington, D.C. content from groundings. But we are back in Chicago, and I'm here with the Sherman L. The wheel has caused me trouble, but you know, it's growing on me, I gotta say. So I received this wheel on September 4th, and today is September 28th. Passing by Pequod's Pizza. There's a line out the door for that legendary pizza establishment. But yeah, today's September 28th, which means I've had the Sherman L for almost 1 month now. And I gotta say, I have tried just about every firmware setting combination that you can think of. And I'm finally just now getting to a point where the wheel is feeling like super comfortable. I have been riding previously with a negative 2.1 tilt on the wheel with acceleration assist on 0% and pedal firmness on 80%. And now today I'm riding with a different setup. I decided to try firmware acceleration assist again one more time. So I'm trying a new firmware setup today. So right now I'm riding in 65% soft mode with acceleration assist on 15%. And I actually took off the forward lean on the wheel. So I'm now at a neutral 0-degree lean. And I found that this setup has been like the best of both worlds for me, right? Like I get a little bit of that hard mode pedals. It's kind of in medium to hard mode, 65%. But at the same time, I still get some of that zippiness from the 15% acceleration. And I don't feel like I'm dipping too much because I no longer have the forward lean on the wheel. So it has been a bunch of trials and tribulations to find exactly what I like on the wheel. But now that I have, I gotta say, the wheel is growing on me, guys. I said I needed the wheel to love me back, and it's starting to get to that point. As you can see here, I'm zipping in and out of traffic, riding the wheel, flying, and oh, is it so smooth. I know I keep saying that, and people in the comments are like, what does it mean that the wheel is smooth? But I just gotta say, it's so smooth of a wheel. When you lean on it, it goes. It's responsive, the tire is nimble, and it just feels so smooth. That's like the best word that I have to describe it. And now that I'm talking about the tire, I will say that I am actually not the biggest fan of the tire as most people are. It's definitely a good tire, but what it has going for it is that it's like a knobby tire and that it has no gyro effect. You see, like even going slow, I can completely manhandle the wheel and kind of turn it with my ankles as opposed to turning it by leaning off my body. So it's also, on top of that, a very flat profile of a tire. It's kind of hard to see the profile of the tire while I'm riding, but it is rather flat. All right, so it's probably going to be hard to see the profile of the tire, but this stock Sherman L tire is a much more flatter profile, and as a result, I find myself turning with my feet a lot more, if that makes sense, carving with my feet a lot more. As opposed to the Conti scoot where I can lean my whole weight of my body off the wheel and know that I'll be rebounded by that gyro effect and those defined corners on the wheel, right? And I feel like this flatter profile is nice, it's nimble, it behaves similarly to a knobby, and then it has very little gyro effect, as you can see. But I like the rebound of a knobby, I like the rebound. I like the rebound of a proper street tire, like a Conti scoot. And I actually have a 9090 Conti scoot en route to my house. It's gonna arrive hopefully next week. So I found that I really do prefer that Conti Scoot feel with the defined corners. And for that reason, I have a 90/90 Conti Scoot on the way to my house. It'll arrive next week, so I'll probably be doing a Sherman L tire change video to install that tubeless 90/90 Conti Scoot. And I gotta say, I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna rock the street tire, the Conti Scoot, for probably a month or two until it starts getting snowy and cold here in Chicago, and then I'll have to put on that knobby tire, because you said it once, say it again, you really need that knobby tire for winters in Chicago. This is the old school, and we got the new school right here. Sherman S for Sherman L. Which one are you choosing? 100 volts, 151 volts. It is officially fall time in Chicago. The early nights are here when it gets dark super early. The cold weather is here. And I'm here for it. Fall in Chicago is a great time of year. My only problem is the weather lasts so short. It goes from feeling great, feeling like comfortable fall, to, you know, summer or full-on winter without much notice. But as you can see, beautiful fall day downtown. So many people out and about here on Michigan Ave, the heart of the tourist city, the heart of the tourists in Chicago on Michigan Ave. All right, guys, so we're here downtown on the Sherman L. We're making our way down south to Hyde Park. You know, just enjoying our Saturday night. It's one of those last few weekends of probably good weather here in the city before it starts getting cold. And it's actually particularly windy here today as we're catching the remnants of Hurricane Helene. I think that's how it's pronounced, Helene, but yeah, shout out to, or not shout out, but prayers to anyone who was affected by Hurricane Helene. I hope those riders down south in Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, wherever else it impacted, St. Louis, are all A-okay. I know a buddy of mine had a tree fall on his house, and that is not a good feeling. I hope they get that rectified quickly and everybody gets back home safely. But yeah, we're gonna make our way into the left lane here and swing this left. Watch out for this car doing the same thing. Okay. All right, so we just made a left onto Clark. You see how big that building is right there? I like driving by this one below, this one behind me. Very big, cool building here in Chicago. But yeah, what else can I talk about? So this Sherman L, I just got a new seat for the Sherman L. My friend Jay printed me out the seat. I got this file from the Russian Sherman L Telegram channel. I saw this seat file posted online and I said, hey, can I have this file? And they gave it to me. So I will ask him if it's okay for me to put it in the description of my video. But I got this seat for the Sherman L and it's actually quite nice. If I were to print it again, I would make it 1 or 2 inches taller just because I am a tall rider. And maybe change the infill just a little because it's a touch hard, but you know, it is what it is. And let me show you it in action. Oh, it's so comfy, so nice to be able to have a seat again on the Sherman L. I saw that the E-wheel seats were finally back in stock, but I personally do not want to pay $86. I personally do not want to pay $86 for the Beidou seat. I don't think it's worth that. I printed this one for probably what, like $19 for the filament or something, if that. And that's the high grade stuff. So yeah, no, it's economical. It works. I can even customize the design in the 3D printing software. So I plan to do that. Get this seat going. It's super nice. You can see it's got ridges down the middle, little angle in the back. And the best thing is I can still use the trolley handle. Super good, super convenient. Boom, drop the top, just like that. Oh, what do you know it? 400 miles on the Sherman L. Let's see, 23 miles today so far, and I'm at 142 volts. So I use 23 miles, 8 volts and 23 miles. Pretty good. Yeah, slowly but surely things are starting to feel normal again on this Sherman L. I think once I get the exact tire that I want, it's gonna feel a lot better. Now that I have a seat to work with, that's all good. It's a very windy day. I'm getting blown around, but the seat has me locked in. My power knobs got me locked in. It feels good out here today. We're gonna go down this tunnel. This looks like cutout tunnel from New York, but we are not gonna cut out. We're gonna go fast, not very fast, but I guess that's one thing I could talk about. So I did see that this wheel is rather GPS corrected, right out of the gate. It reads very true to real GPS speed. So I have to keep that in mind, right? I'll be pushing it and look down and be like, wow, I'm only going 45. I'll only be going 45. But then I got to realize if that was on my Commander Pro, that would be 50 because it's not speed corrected in the same way that this wheel is. So that's been a little bit of adjusting to. But with that, I have hit 50 miles per hour on this wheel. And I don't know how soon I'll hit 50 miles per hour again, because that was on the very first day with acceleration assist maxed out at 100%. And ever since that cutout and the new firmware and the speculation about Leatt safety, I have not really been using the firmware to its full potential. The acceleration assist, I've left it off. And I found that with it off, you really have to push the wheel to get past 45. And not really, but you definitely do have to push the wheel more than normal to get it past 40 or 45 miles per hour, whereas I didn't have that problem with the acceleration assist. I know everybody's going to be in the comments, okay, you just need to lean harder, and that probably is the answer. I just need to lean harder, but I haven't gotten to that point with this wheel. So it takes time. I'm taking it slow. I'll get back to those high speeds here soon, but for the time being, I mean, riding this wheel up to 45 and having insane range has been great for me. I haven't had any problem right there. And I really hope I just was not in the headlight the entire time, because that is going to be not good. But yeah, this seat is going well. I'll be able to take this turn locked in. Look at that, leaning off the wheel. And that was a great turn. I felt connected to the wheel. The seat doesn't feel like it's held on by zip ties, but it doesn't feel like it's wobbly and loose. It feels super nice and secure. And I'm feeling good. Slowly but surely, the wheel is feeling good. Like I said, if I had to do the seat over again, I might make it a little bit taller, just because I am a tall guy. But for now, it works. We're gonna make this right turn on the street. We're gonna do it seated down. Okay, so that was a little bit of an interesting turn, but yeah. So speaking of Leatt safety and all that, there was meant to be a firmware release for the Sherman L coming here soon. It actually was released for the Lynx already last week, or this week rather, but the patch has not come out for the Sherman L just yet. And so far, my friend in front of me riding the Lynx, he has updated to the new firmware, and he reports that 10% extra phase amps from 300 to 330 is definitely noticeable. He said that sometimes it feels like placebo, but other times he says it definitely feels like it had more power than it did previously. So Really excited for that firmware to come out for the Sherman L so I can test that and give you all of my thoughts on that new firmware. But for now, it's going good. And look at this. We have another Sherman L rider on this journey. This guy, shout out my man. I won't say his name because I don't know if he's cool with me saying his name, but his very first wheel was the Sherman L. He just got it 3 weeks ago, the same time I got this wheel, and he's already keeping up with us going what, 33 miles per hour? You tell me, is the GPS correct? 34, 35, 36? So, I don't know. But yeah, long story short, his first wheel was the Sherman L, and he's already out here holding up with the big dogs, riding on a long range, high speed ride. Not really high speed today. We're taking it chill. But yeah, what was your first wheel? Was it over 3,600 watt hours like him? Did you start on a big wheel like the Master Pro? I started on an Abrams, which is a 100-pound wheel. And I feel like that made me a really good rider. I think starting on a big wheel, I think a lot of people say that it's hard, but honestly, it's just like riding anything else, right? You give it 1 or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you can ride it like normal, and you got full, or like, you know, really good control of the wheel, and it makes you a better rider, because when you hop on a small wheel, it's way easier. But imagine if you started on an M10-4 and then approached a Master Pro, right? Like, that's completely different ride feels, completely different experiences. So I couldn't tell you which one is better. I took the big wheel as a first wheel route. I took the route of having a big wheel as my first wheel, and I turned out pretty good. I say I'm a pretty decent. Now the Conti Scoot 9090 tire is coming in next week. After that, I'm trying to think of what other upgrades I need for this Sherman L, right? I've got the Coolidge Market Cyclop Pro headlight already installed. I've got the E-Rides pedals already installed. The only thing I could think of to add next is a body fairing kit, and I'm patiently waiting for Grizzla or Nylanov to come out with a fairing kit that looks badass and is ergonomical for the wheel, because I want to keep it safe. I want to keep it safe. Yeah, I want to keep it safe. I plan on having this Sherman L for, you know, a while. Most of my wheels have a pretty short life with me, right? Under a year life cycle, and I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to hold on to the Sherman L for a while. I think that over the months that this wheel is going to be really refined into the wheel of the year. And I'm hoping that I can just hold on to this, maintain that LeaperChem reliability for a year now, for over a year, and hold on to the wheel for as long as I can. Speaking of that, I do have a Commander Pro 50S for sale. The wheel that you've seen on my channel. The wheel that's pushed me to 55, 57 miles per hour wheel speed is for sale. And I got it posted, so hit me up if you're trying to buy that Commander Pro 50S. I just thought of something more I wanted to add to this video. So as of recording this, I am at 990 subscribers. That means that I am just 10 subscribers away from 1,000. And if you know anything about YouTube, you know that at 500 subscribers, your account gets associated with YouTube. You can receive super likes, you can be gifted money, you can set up a membership page, but you can't get a cut of the ad revenue. And once you hit 1,000 subscribers and 6,000 public watch hours, you finally get a cut of the ad revenue from YouTube. And I am 10 subscribers away from finally making money on YouTube. And I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much to everyone that subscribed to my channel. I started this channel out of a complete hobby and need for an outlet in my life. I just wanted to make something with my hobbies and share something with the world about this community that I love so much. And I picked making YouTube videos. And it's been such a good hobby for me so much. It's been such a good hobby for me recently extremely healthy, always a good time. I get to hang out with my friends more. I get to share our memories with the world. And it's just been a win-win for everybody involved. And it's super good to see that my channel is getting recognition. 1,000 people across the world have clicked subscribe to my channel. That actually blows my mind. I said it again, I said it once, I'll say it again. I can't name 1,000 people, right? I don't have that many contacts in my phone log right now. So to think that many people are clicking on my videos is actually wild. As well as hitting basically 1,000 subscribers, I also have a video of mine that has hit 10,000 views. The G-Mob 50 mile per hour high-speed group ride in Chicago from this June has hit 10,000 views. And that is a good feeling. It is a great feeling, right? And I have a lot of room to go because when I look at some EUC legends like Kuji Roll with his Sherman video that has over 1 million views. And then I see Wrong Way, who's got, you know, I don't even know how many subscribers he has, but I know Roger and Marty both have like 60,000 plus subscribers. So I have a long way to go to reach some of my goals, but 1,000 subscribers is a huge milestone for me. And I wanted to thank each and every one of you for tuning into my channel and continuing to give me this platform that I love. Now, obviously, making money on YouTube is not my ultimate goal. I have a day job that I enjoy so much and a career that I've made for myself. So it was never about the money. It's always just been about the joy of capturing our group rides and our memories. And the thing about it is that I really don't have to do anything special. The only thing I have to do is turn on the camera and talk to you guys about it, right? I'm going on these cool ass group rides every single day. I'm doing these cool things all the time. So it's really not hard for me to make this content, and it seems to be really well received. And I've built my channel in a way where it does not feel like work. It only feels like fun. I was gonna go on these group rides either way, regardless of if I'm pressing record or not. So like I said, it's a win-win for everyone involved. All right, guys, so you probably can't see too well, but we are riding through the University of Chicago, and we just stumbled across this little street fair deal. So we're gonna go check it out. It's the beauty of being on an electric unicycle. You can just fly around the entire city and find cool things. Look, found this street fest. We got some cool vendors to look at. Gonna get some good food. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so we just left the street fest. We did not get food. We saw a couple of the vendors, but we're now riding through beautiful campus of the University of Chicago. They are located in a neighborhood called Hyde Park on the far south side of Chicago. Not the far south side, but the south side of Chicago. And this is a world-class university, man. They have a incredible hospital, really good business school, great sciences, great performing arts. It's a very historic and well-regarded university, the University of Chicago. So I'm not sure how much longer I'll keep filming, just because honestly I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. But our plan right now is to go get some food and then find a charge spot. So once we find the charger, I'm going to test out my brand new EV adapter. I went on AliExpress and found a new heavy-duty 3-prong J1772 to NEMA 520 EV adapter. So that is the 3-prong heavy duty 240 volt capable EV adapter that allows you to get the maximum amperage on your charge. This Sherman L can take a whopping 20 amp charging by stock, and I tested it out and it works just fine. So that is absolutely great. Being able to fully charge your wheel in an hour and 15 minutes from dead flat is actually crazy, and it opens up so much opportunities for very, very long range rides. I mean, it's just great. 20 amps is crazy. On my my Commander Pro, the charge board was limited to 11 amps, and the difference between 11 and 20 feels so significant. I mean, that's literally half your time charging. Think about that, half the time you have to charge. So great upgrade on the Sherman L. Really happy about that, 20 amp charging. All right, guys, so we have reached the main strip of where all the food is here in Hyde Park. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. We're gonna go grab food, find somewhere to charge. So I'm gonna go grab food, find somewhere to charge, and then keep on about my ride. So I appreciate you guys tuning in for this quick little update on the Sherman L. I'm not sure what I'll call this video, but it's been a nice fall time ride through the south side of Chicago, and I appreciate you guys tuning in, taking time to view life from the PEV point of view. Cheers from Chicago, Sherman L. Have a good night.